it was in the core of my training to look out for
Charlie. You got to look out for Charlie. So it is already 2026. That is crazy. You're probably going to hear me screw up and say 2025 a lot the first month or so. But, you know, with the new year, it's always the same thing. So you remember the strange sounds heard around the world, you know, and it would sound like trumpets. They were clearly testing audio that would create sound within the oxygen molecules in the air, doing that kind of thing, that kind of testing. And these trumpet sounds would come through and they would blame it on UFOs and aliens and angels. The usual. It's always the usual, right? That's gone on for years. And every time they treat it like it's a brand new case, like theirs is different. And it's happening again. It's happening in Cincinnati, where these people are hearing the sounds every day, starting at like 10 p.m. and continuing till like 3 a.m. or something like that. And people are blaming it on all the usual stuff. So you've got Yeti, and now the shills come out and they go, oh, it's a bad turbo on a train, on a locomotive, right? Trying to pass that one by. It's not. I'm going to show you that it's not. But it's the same thing every time. Each time they start over. It's like no one ever learns anything. They just start over and start throwing shit at the wall, not thinking, okay, we can go back and watch other videos and evidence that people have collected of this happening in other parts of the world, and it sounds identical. Like identical. So it's amazing that people either can't put it together or they're pretending that they can't put it together. And stick around. I'm going to show you some really, really interesting information that I found. But let's get into this. Here's the story from Cincinnati and the new weird sounds coming from the sky.
For weeks now, some strange sounds have been echoing through several local neighborhoods. People are losing sleep, and neighbors can't quite pinpoint the source. Local 12's Marella Porter is live tonight in Northside with what they are hearing and the frustration this is causing. Hey, Marella.
Hi, Kyle. Yeah, Sean Harold is the person who reached out to us. He actually lives in Clifton, and he really just wants to get some answers. Now, he spent last night logging how many times he heard this mysterious noise going on and off through the night. He counted about a dozen times.
But it's very interesting. They won't let you hear more than 5 seconds without talking over it, because they don't want anybody getting a clean clip of the audio. If anybody does have access or knows where I can get this Cincinnati audio, somebody catching this, that is unobstructed, that hasn't been talked over, let me know. So they just talk right over it. They only let you hear it for about 3 seconds. But I managed to get a clip and work on that.
All he wants to know is when this is going to stop. What people are hearing in Northside, Clifton, and Camp Washington is unusual.
With a lot of that city noise, a lot of it becomes pretty regular.
I got another sample of it, and what that sounds like is the sky trumpets. Let's play that again, and this is what they're claiming is the sound. One of the sounds, but it changes, just like these strange sounds heard around the world.
People are hearing in Northside, Clifton, and Camp Washington, this sound,
there it
is keeping people up at night.
That's the clip that I worked on.
Last night was the loudest it's been in Northside.
It almost didn't stop for a couple hours.
The duration varies from a few
So
seconds to...
They started blaming this on a turbo from a train. Typical shit. Every time. These people need to look at this differently and go, you know what? This has happened all over the world. Maybe I should compare it to these sounds that are from all over the world. And you'll find that the sounds are remarkably similar. Totally similar.
Several minutes, and it's difficult to describe.
We were hearing this like siren-like quality noise, whirring, oscillating up and down.
The Herald started hearing the sounds 2 weeks ago in Clifton.
My son came up.
See, they talk over them. I need to get an unadulterated version
The
from
tornado
somebody.
sirens are going off.
Because I don't want to drive to Cincinnati,
It's
man.
been happening every night since.
Usually it starts at about 10 p.m. It can go till 3 a.m., 4 a.m., but it's quite unpredictable.
And it kind of stresses me out because I don't know what it is, and it's kind of scary.
It's got a lot of people talking on Facebook, speculating about the source.
And that's what they do. Instead of comparing it to something that already happened. Oh, it's so frustrating. They do this with everything. So anyway, I'm going to prove to you that it's not a train. It's not a train turbo. It's not Yeti. It's not any of that. They are testing this system. You could almost look at it like, you know, how Woody Norris explains shooting sound into an area. Well, they can use this and bounce this stuff off the ionosphere and make a sound anywhere they want to. So what they will do is they will test this stuff in an area, right? It's a voice. And they will take that voice and they will pitch it down and slow it down. So what will happen is it doesn't sound human. That way they can test this stuff right in front of everybody, see how loud they can get it. And people don't know what it is. So you get the usual, blame it on aliens, demons, angels, blah, blah, blah. It's technology. So what I did was I grabbed that clip. And what I will do is show you this in stages. So here's the original. This is the clip that I was working with that was on the news. But I would like longer clips because I could prove this even further and make it very, very obvious what it is. Now, if you listen to that, it sounds like somebody is saying something, but it's kind of like Charlie Brown's teacher. So that's the clip that I worked with. Now, I'm going to show you this in stages. It's very easy. So I started messing with the frequencies and trying to get it back to what they were really testing. Because this is ultimately to mess with people. It has multiple purposes, but it's a weapon. It's a psychological weapon, we'll say. Or a weapon, you could put the sound of a jet in the area, fighter jet. You could put the sound of military helicopters, anything. But here, we're going to shift it a little bit. Now let's check this out. This is stage, we'll call it stage 1. Wow! Now that sounds kind of like a female voice, doesn't it? Let's go to stage 2. Now what I did there was sped it up a little bit, just to see what it might be saying there. That's a female voice. Let's go to this one, the first stage 1. Now, what I did was I spliced the frequencies here. And now it sounds totally different. It sounds like a female saying, almost like something ran away. Almost like, and she ran away. So it's not a busted train turbo. It's not Yeti. They are testing this, and the way they do this, and they do it every time, all these trumpets, what they call the sky trumpets, it's a slowed down voice that's pitched down or pitched up in some cases, and they're testing this, and they don't want you to recognize that it's a voice. You know, like the test of the emergency broadcast system, they're testing over an area and seeing how loud they can get it, but it can't be a voice because you would be blown away by that, and you'd be, you know, calling your senator, wanting to know what's going on. So they have to disguise it to like these mystery sounds. And it sounds like, and she ran away. But that's a female voice, and it's talking. It's saying something. Now this one, I really, really got into the frequencies and just tweaked it. Because I wanted to see what was in there, if there was anything like hidden within the sound, right? So check this out. That's very interesting. It's got like almost like a robo voice to it, right? But this, that's a female voice talking. And you can tell in stage one, the original stage one, that it's a female voice. And the original was this. So they're just hiding it from people because they don't want people to understand what it's saying because it's being tested. It's not being used as a weapon at that point. Listen to that right there. Female voice. It's very, very interesting, but it's not Yeti. And it's not a broken turbo on a locomotive. These things that they come up with every single time are just ridiculous. So in other news, it looks as though someone reported my racism video. I logged in, I went to look at my videos, and it was removed. And I went to check, so there was a copyright claim on it, and it can't be seen now. Really, man? Really? That video? You think that's natural? Or do you think somebody went, I see how we can get this video taken down here? So the whole video was about a Bolshevik, an agent of chaos, creating chaos and creating the school of thought known as racism, right? And then somebody got really Bolshevik-y over it and decided to make sure that it was gone, proving my point. But yeah, I am not deleting my videos. If I do, I tell you. And what I will do is I will delete the video off the YouTube, but it will still be up on my BitChute or like on my Odyssey or on my Rumble. But anyway, I did not delete this. It was deleted by the man. Speaking of the man, I got to share this with everybody. I've never really looked at this before, but I went to like Google and I decided to search some data. Who was looking me up and when? And within just a few day period, after one of my videos came out, I got over 100 searches. Not from New York City or Los Angeles or Chicago. Over 100 searches came from Rapid City, South Dakota. That seems really weird. There aren't 100 people in Rapid City, South Dakota looking me up. So what is Rapid City, South Dakota? Well, here is Rapid City. Right here, this whole area, and you can see that there's not much going on. It's very, very desolate. But what is there is Ellsworth Air Force Base. So you can pretty much come to the conclusion, because there's nothing out there, that over 100 searches in just a couple days came from Ellsworth Air Force Base. Pretty interesting, right? Now, it gets even weirder. Another big search for my channel name within just a couple days from the District of Columbia. So, you know, that's Washington, D.C., right? So, Washington, D.C., out of nowhere, over 100 searches for my channel name. And if, you know, you're not putting that together, Washington, D.C., bunch of searches, you know, DOD or what you would, Pentagon, whatever it is, you can look up who lives in the District of Columbia. And it's home to a diverse mix of people, including federal workers, high-income professionals, tech, finance, law, longtime residents with deep community roots, and a significant Black American population, alongside transient young professionals drawn to government and nonprofit jobs. So I'm getting sporadic searches, like a lot, 100 or more searches from an Air Force base in South Dakota, right? And then within just a couple days, I'm getting over 100 searches from Washington, D.C. So somebody is interested in what is going on. You know, and they seem to peak when I'm doing like SWAT rat work, or like the Rajmoon Singh case or the Robin Westman case, that kind of stuff. So very, very interesting. But the point of this video was basically to wish everybody a Happy New Year, and just to show people that these strange sounds heard around the world and all that, it's not Yeti, and it's not, you know, it's always, they take it from one extreme to the most mundane. It's not a Yeti, it's not aliens, it's not angels. playing harps or whatever. It's not a broken turbo on a locomotive. All right. Those strange sounds heard around the world are totally related to the hum. It's all related. It is the same system. It is 100% all related. So I just wanted to share this with you. I came across this and I found it very, very interesting. Let's go back to Sandy Hook for a minute. This was something that was going on before the Sandy Hook event. It says, to the investigators of the Newtown tragedy, neighborhood infrasonic hum, environmental stressor. And then it says / Lanza's mental state. I won't get into that because I have a completely different idea about Adam Lanza and all that, but I won't share that right now. But it says for over 3 years, Western Connecticut has been inundated with a bewildering low-frequency noise and vibration problem. That means that it is transducing to mechanical vibration that most are unaware of and certainly being overlooked by many. Besides my own personal issues with it, my wide-encompassing research to bring attention to the problem suggests far greater reaching consequences than just annoyance. The problem is caused by infrasonic low-frequency noise sound waves creating various conditions inside dwellings that at times make those sensitized to it become distressed, both mentally and physically. The problem is known as the hum, and my research validates its occurrence in Connecticut as well as locations throughout the nation. I started sensing it in late 2009 and documented a growing number of others as well in Connecticut and the nation. So somebody had been researching and testing the area around Sandy Hook in Newtown, and it was full of infrasonic hum. Don't you find that interesting? I will get deeper into that at another time. And please don't believe in aliens or even broken turbos on a locomotive, because reality is way more interesting than all the ridiculous shit. Happy New Year.
There are people who are giving me information and they're telling me who you are, and I would encourage you to stop it, okay? I'll just tell you that it's being watched. The point of the phone call is stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing.
Are you fucking retarded or something?
Look out for Charlie.